Today, the Bumble Nums are getting ready for a very special occasion. Isn't that right, Humble?
Yum!
Stumble? Yum! And Grumble? Yum! It's Yeti's birthday, and the Bumble Nums are planning a surprise party. Yeti has no idea. So, what kind of delicious birthday cake are you serving today? The ultimate upside-down cake? Yum, yum, yum!
Yum!
It's Yeti's favorite. It's so sweet and creamy and gooey. And the secret ingredient is super swirly icing.
Yum!
Wait, Bumble Nums! Everyone knows the ultimate upside-down cake can only be made in Upside-Down Town.
Yum, yum, yum!
Where's that? Good question.
Yum?
Check out the map.
Yum?
Don't forget that you're looking for Upside-Down Town. Try looking for it a different way.
Yum!
Yum, yum! There it is, Bumble Nums. Upside-Down Town.
Yum!
Now that you know where to go, let's get Yeti's favorite ultimate upside-down cake and make this the best birthday ever! Yum! There it is, Bumble Nums! Upside-Down Town. Now, go get Yeti's cake. Yum! Yum, yum! Yum!
Hum, hum, hum,
Hum, hum,
Yum? Yum?
Yum! Look, Humble, Stumble, and Grumble. There are other Bumble Nums in Upside-Down Town. Hum, 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 hum. Or should I say Bumble Hums?
hum, hum, hum,
Hum, hum, hum,
hum, hum,
hum, hum, hum, hum, hum. What food are they eating, Grumble? Yum, yum, yum. Cheese sandwiches? But what's the secret ingredient? Yum, yum! Nothing? No secret ingredient? Nothing sweet or sour, juicy, crunchy, or swirly for a little extra kick? How ho hum!
Yum!
Yum? Hum. Hum, hum, hum. Yum! Look! It's the old Upside-Down Town bakery. Maybe you can get Yeti's favorite cake there. Yum! Uh-oh, Bumble Nums. Weren't you just here a second ago?
Yum yum. Yum?
Maybe you need to try a way that's a little more upside down?
Yum! Yum, yum!
You made it, Bumble Nums! It's the bakery!
Yum?
It looks like it's been shut down for some time, Bumble Nums. I don't think you'll find Yeti's ultimate upside-down cake here. What can you do? If there's no cake, there's no party.
Yum!
It's the bakery's upside-down cookbook.
Yum! Yum?
It's a recipe for the ultimate upside-down cake. But where can you get all the ingredients?
Yum!
The Upside Downtown grocery store. Let's go!
Yum! Yum!
Yum!
There it is, the Upside Downtown grocery store.
Hum, hum, hum.
Hum 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 hum.
Hum, hum, hum. Yum! Hum, hum, hum.
Hum 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 hum.
Hurry and get those cake ingredients, Bumble Nums. It's almost time for Yeti's surprise party. And don't forget the secret ingredient, super swirly icing.
Mmm.
You got it! Now that you've gotten all the ingredients for Yeti's favorite ultimate upside-down cake, let's get back to the bakery for the cooking countdown!
Yum!
Oh, an upside-down Bumble Tumble! It's time for the cooking countdown! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bumble Nums, you've done it again. Yum! Now, it's time to get the cake back for Yeti's surprise party. Yum!
Hum, 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 hum.
Yum!
Hum, 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 hum.
Yum!
Hum, 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 hum.
It's time for Yeti's surprise party. Everybody get ready. On the count of 3, yell happy birthday. 1, 2,
Yum!
just go with it, Bumble Nums.
Yum, 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 yum!
Oh my, a surprise party? For me?
Yum, 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 yum,
How does it taste, everyone? Yum! 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 And with that, the Bumble Nums threw Yeti the best surprise birthday party ever! Yum! Yum! Yum!